Hello there folks, and welcome to the latest edition of Almost Gaming. On today's show, we find out what's going on with Watch Dogs Wii U, PS4s are still flying off the shelves, might the next Xbox be an Amazon product? A new champion joins the league, and we may have some details on the next Call of Duty game. Let's press start. We will start with Nintendo. Fans of every console got really excited upon seeing Watch Dogs, the first game this generation that really screamed next gen. However, Nintendo fans started getting nervous when pre-orders for the Wii U version began to get cancelled, leading some to believe that the Nintendo version of the game had been cancelled. Well, on Monday, we found out from Ubisoft just what is going on with this version of the game. The game has not been cancelled, however, it is being delayed. In a statement to Videogamer.com, an Ubisoft spokesman said, "We made the official decision to further delay the release of Watch Dogs on Wii U to focus the team's resources where they could have the broadest possible benefit for both our customers and Ubisoft." Now, there are two ways to read that, and how you do so is going to depend on whether or not you are a Nintendo fan. If you are, you're going to see that as Ubisoft saying that the Wii U version is going to be rather unique, and they need to get all of the normal versions out of the way before they can focus on the gamepad's specific features. If you are not, you're going to focus on that broadest possible benefit thing, and see that as Ubisoft saying that next to nobody cares about the Wii U, and they can focus on that version after they make sure all of the real gamers are happy. Either way, it seems like hacking ATMs from the gamepad is just going to have to wait. Let's take things over to Sony, who still seems to be enjoying quite a lead in the new console war. It was thought that shortages of the PS4 would lead to a narrowing of the gap between it and the Xbox One. However, Sony upped the stock a little bit, and that seems to have helped them maintain the advantage in January. We get this news from Spike's Jeff Keighley, through Guy Longworth of Sony Brand Marketing, from NPD, if you follow. Keighley said that the PS4 outsold its nearest next-gen competitor by double in the month of January. It's funny that Keighley said nearest next-gen competitor and not Xbox One specifically, especially since XB1 would be a lot less characters on Twitter than nearest next-gen competitor. It almost leads you to believe that nearest next-gen competitor is the Wii U, and the Xbox One is way down. Anyway, Keighley went on to say that he was also told by Sony that the PS4 version of Tomb Raider also outsold the Xbox One version by double, which makes sense if you think about it. Ever since Satya Nadella was named the new CEO of Microsoft, investors have been chiming in on what directions the company should take. Many of those investors feel that gaming is holding the company back, and that the Xbox division should be sold in order to focus on computers and Windows. Well, they may have a buyer. On Saturday, gaming industry insider Pete Dodd dropped a bombshell of a rumor on Twitter, saying that Microsoft is in early talks with Amazon about selling them the Xbox division. Amazon is said to be interested in acquiring gaming assets, and we already have the Xbox sell-off rumors. Microsoft's Aaron Greenberg responded to the rumor, calling it ridiculous, and Dodd came back on Sunday and said that this would take years if it happens, and pointed out that he was just sharing a rumor that he has sourced with several other Microsoft sources. Microsoft has been investing in exclusivity deals for the Xbox One, with Titanfall and Gears of War being some key examples. The success or failure of the console will likely determine whether or not a deal gets done, and nothing is probably going to happen until MS is getting ready for the Xbox 2 or whatever comes next. We'll round towards home with some PC gaming. Genre-defining MOBA League of Legends recently announced on their website that they are adding a new champion to their game. So, what's their theme? Boy or girl or other? What weapons do they have? Well, actually, that's all up to you. It's not a new champion being added to the lineup, but a new mode that adds another champion to each game. The mode is called Hexakill and basically seems to be the same game, just with 6 players instead of 5. This can allow you to put 2 players in each lane, or whatever strategy LOL players can come up with. The mode is being added to Summoner's Rift and seems to be an experiment, running from February 20th to March 2nd. For our featured story, we're going to take a look at the Call of Duty series. Sledgehammer Games was recently promoted from assisting developer to full developer studio as the War Game series moves to a 3-year, 3-developer cycle. With that news coming out, OnlySP.com, that's OnlySP.com, not OnlySP.com, felt it was time to release leaks that they had received about the series, but were waiting to see some more information on before they let them out to the public. The site says that back in December they were sent an anonymous tip that the next game in the Call of Duty series would be Modern Warfare 4, coming out in 2014 and being developed by Sledgehammer Games. Remember, this is back before the announcement was officially made. The game is said to be set in 2018 and continuing the Modern Warfare storyline, taking place across Europe and Asia. Captain Price and Nikolai are said to be the story's leads, and the British SAS seems to be the story's focus instead of the focus shifting around. Nikolai is said to even be playable and even talk at some points. The part of the rumor that made OnlySP hesitate and hold it close to the vest is where it says that Shadow Company will be the main threat of the game, and that General Shepard is alive, having survived and escaped after the ending of the second game. That seems a little unlikely, seeing as, spoilers, you kill General Shepard in the second game, and a promotional poster for the third game is a mock Time magazine cover which mentions that General Shepard was laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery. However, as OnlySP points out, your knife does hit General Shepard in the eye, so it is a possible plot twist that he did survive. We obviously don't have any firm details about whatever the next game is going to be yet, but this rumor did nail 2014 and Sledgehammer Games back in December apparently. So we'll just have to wait and see if the rest of it does indeed come true. That's going to do it for Almost Gaming for this week. Please help the channel and the show grow, first of all by subscribing to the channel so you can see Almost Gaming every week. Make sure to click that like button right down below to like the video. Leave us a comment with any questions or suggestions. Share, and look for us on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for extra lives, and until next week, game on! On today's show, we find out the fate of We will start with Nintendo. Fans of any next-gen console got no. However, Nintendo fans started getting Let's take things over to Sony, No, we're not talking about Steam right now. We're talking about Sony. Let's take things over to Sony, who still seem to be enjoying quite the advantage in... No, I say advantage in the second line. Keighley said that the PS4 is outselling its nearest next-gen competitor, or outsold. Keighley said that the PS4 On Saturday, gaming industry insider Pete Dodd dropped a bombshell of a rumor on Twitter saying that Microsoft is... On Saturday, saying that Microsoft is in talks with Amazon, early talks. The success or failure of the console will likely determine whether or not a deal gets done. And I forgot the rest of the paragraph. The success or failure of the console will likely determine whether or not a deal gets done. And I once again forgot the rest of the freaking paragraph. It's not a new champion being added to the lineup. It's not a new champion being added to the lineup, but a new mode that adds a This can allow for 2 players in each lane, or whatever strategy LOL players come up with. Summoner's Rift in an experiment, which is moving to a 3-year, 3-developer cycle. As the War Game series moves to a 3-year, 3-developer cycle. As the War Game series moves to a 3-year, 3-developer cycle. For our featured story, we're going to take a look at the Call of Duty series. We're going to take the look Not a look, the look. As the game moves to a 3-year, 3-developer site. For our featured story, we're going to take a look at a call... The site says that back in December, they were sent an anonymous tip about the series from the Hamburger Man and the Artichoke Guy. And that General Shepard is alive, having escaped after the ending of the second game. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for Almost Ham Extra Lives. Please help the channel grow. Please help the show and the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for Extra Lives. And until next week, game on! I knew that was going to happen because the red light turned off too fast.